يا حي يا قيوم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Echoes of the Casbah. It is a Friday evening, and of course, inshallah, on a Friday evening from 9 o'clock, you have Echoes of the Casbah with me, Buddy Governor, and guess who's back?
Myself, Faisal MJ Sulaiman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam, Faisal. Nice to have you back. Also, I think the listeners also wanted to wish you a happy birthday for last week. So, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I know you were away on family business.
Yep.
Certainly missed you, though, in the studio. A lot of the people sending in messages. But what a wonderful, nostalgic, emotional show we had last week. And obviously, we're going to follow through with that on this Friday evening. But inshallah, you'd make the dua.
Let's go for it. A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen. Wassalatu wassalam ala rasulin kareem. Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord, cherisher, nourisher, sustainer, and master of the universe, the most gracious, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Ya Allah, it is only you that we worship, and it is your guidance that we seek. Ya Allah, keep us in the straight path. Ya Allah, shower us with the choice of blessings. Ya Allah, shower us with your mercy. Ya Allah, guide us. Greetings, salam, salutations on our beloved Nabi Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Buddy, it is, I think, 6 minutes past 9.
That's right, 8 minutes past 9. Yep. Still on Johannesburg time.
No. The PC says 6 and that clock says 8. So I was tempted to say 7, but anyway, I leave it to you.
Yep. Indeed. Yeah. Lovely to have you back, Faisal. The pictures and the video that we are seeing coming through this past week in the Casbah is horrifying, isn't it?
Absolutely horrifying. We've never seen that. We've never experienced that before.
No, not at all. You know,
it's really sad.
I must tell you though, it just somehow seems that what is actually happening is totally divorced from the actual Casbah itself.
Yes.
It's just that it seems to be happening in that space.
Yes, it's happening in that area, unfortunately.
You know, really sad.
What's happened is that it's had a complete change.
Yes. Yes.
I was going to say it's had a facelift, but that's not the right word for it.
Yeah.
There's a complete change in it.
Yep.
I mean, what we've been discussing over the last 10 to 15 to 20 weeks on this particular show, I mean, we're seeing nothing of it.
Yeah, absolutely. The buildings are still there, but that's about it.
Yeah, but those buildings too, now you know the condition of the buildings.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, to be fair, there's a lot of people still living in the Casbah. You know, we've got brothers and sisters still living there. And, you know, we appreciate that they reach out to us. They reach out sometimes and they give us some info. But it's very sad because I believe that once you're upstairs in your apartment or your flat at 6 o'clock or at 5 o'clock, you're not coming downstairs again. And that was something that unheard of, unseen.
Yes, because we
back
virtually
in the
lived
day.
Downstairs.
Exactly. We would go downstairs to meet up with your friends. That was the only pastimes that we would normally have on a weekday.
Yep.
Because you had limited time coming back from work.
Yeah.
You went downstairs. Well, you went home first. You did what you need to do. Then you probably came downstairs before you maybe go to the mosque for Isha Salah with your friends, and then stand downstairs again for another half an hour, and then upstairs for the evening.
Buddy, you planned for half an hour.
Yes.
But you pull much more than that.
So before you know it, you look, it's 10 o'clock and you're still downstairs. But, you know, last week we spoke about the sounds that we take for granted in the Casbah. You know, things like when we used to walk past the shops and there was a sale.
Yes, of course.
You
walk
know,
inside.
Somebody say, "Get up, Pagati, get up, Pagati."
Yes.
Or there was a guy standing at the front door of the clothing shop and he said, "We got new Italian shoes or new this." And they knew who to target.
Yes.
If they saw these colored guys on a Saturday because they knew they're from Sassel and they got money on them and they wear those smart clothes, they just knew exactly who to target. But we took those sounds for granted.
Absolutely.
You know, when you walked past Patel's, for instance, the sounds of those cups making a noise, teacups and stuff like that.
What about the fragrance of the sweetmeats, man?
Absolutely. Well, if you remember walking past Danji's on the corner
then you smell
of the popcorn was just coming right out. You walked further down, then there was a smell of burgers out from Tasty Eats. Then you walked further down, and then there was the smell of meat being cut at Sarkot's. You know, then you went into the library, right?
You're smelling the books.
Smelling those books, you know. It's those type of things. But let's talk about the Durban Casbah then and the Durban Casbah now. So we would like to hear from you because, as you know, this is your show. It's an interactive show. The WhatsApp line into the studio.
060-904-1056. And let us hear your voice.
Yes, we'd love to.
0861-904-904. Monali is waiting to take your call.
Absolutely.
Just to remind you on the WhatsApp, it's 060-904-1056.
Yeah. Indeed, what a good WhatsApp number that is, Faisal, because we are 90.4 in Durban, 105.6 in Pietermaritzburg. So it's 060-904-1055. Ingenious, that is, absolutely. We'd like to hear from you, and it doesn't have to pertain to the particular topic that we're talking about. If you were in a Casbah, if you lived in the Casbah, if you used to come in on a Saturday, meet up with your friends, go to do whatever you need to do, tell us about it. We'd love to hear from you. But, you know, once the Casbah, Faisal, the late Uncle Aziz Hassam, the author of the Lotus People, he used to say to me that the Casbah is a city within a city.
Yes.
And that's exactly the perfect way to describe it.
There's no better way to describe
exactly.
it.
Exactly, a city within a city.
Again, you know, everything that we've discussed thus far, it all contributes to a city.
Yeah. And if you really look at it, it wasn't a very big, vast space.
No.
But it had everything. Compact,
Definitely.
but you didn't really need to move out of there.
Definitely
Hence,
not.
a lot of our fathers couldn't drive because there was no need to actually have a car.
And we couldn't even afford cars.
Absolutely.
So,
Yep, indeed. But you know, Grey Street alive with sari shops, material shops, clothing shops, spice shops,
everything
food
across
shops.
the board, yeah.
And you know, on the first floor of a lot of the buildings was that hum of the sewing machines.
Yes.
Exactly. From the clothing factories above us. Now, that's some of the things that we need to speak about as well. There was a lot of ladies that were coming to town to work in the clothing factories.
Yes.
Right next to us at Good Hope Center, Atomics, upstairs. If you look at that building, it's still there. I think it's about 5 stories. 4 of those stories were clothing factories.
Yes.
Turning out garments. What has happened since then?
They've all relocated, they've moved out.
Have they relocated or have they just shut down?
Well, many of them have shut down.
I think they've shut down
Many of them
because the
have shut
Chinese
down,
have
yeah.
moved in with garments that you can't even you can't even cost it at their price. You know, but I also think that families that actually were involved in the garment industry have probably the children of those families have gone on to do other things. You know, it was like we spoke about. Do you remember the shoemakers? Back in the day, if your father was a shoemaker, you would become a shoemaker until about 1970. And then this other son or daughter was wanting to be a lawyer. And that's when you knew it was going to be the end of your shoemaker tradition. But we got a message here from
M.H. Osman.
Yes.
Go for it, buddy.
It says, Assalam, Faisal and Buddy Bye. Walaikum salam. Memories of those fragrances you just shared. Today, it's the sewer stench that we have to put up to. Really sad what our golden CBD has changed to. Absolutely, a sewer stench. The pavements, Faisal. When last have you been to town?
No, I haven't been there for a while.
You must come with me for a walk, man. The pavements are disgraceful.
Yes, I know.
You know, where they probably dug up maybe 8 years ago.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Remember
the drains are overflowing.
Eminence Curtain on the corner of Commercial and Albert. Our friend, the late Mahroom Iqbal Mehta. May Allah grant him the highest status in Jannah. I mean, you know, he was talking to me about that whole corner. And he says they dug up the corner both sides. And they have just covered it with sand. And he says when it rains, it's mud. Total mud. And I was trying to help him right up until he passed away. And I think if I drive past there now, it's still like that. I don't think it's even been sorted out. You know, quite a few of the streets are like that there. But back in those days, talking about the shops that we have, today, do you know, for instance, Shiraz Arcade? There's about 25 cell shops right next to each other. How do they survive?
They survive, but
I have no idea.
Message from Sister Sarah Adam says, Assalamu alaikum, brothers Faisal and Bari. Walaikum salam. I'm listening to you all. It's a lovely show taking us down memory lane. Love it. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Sister, I don't know who this comes from, but it says, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Atomic building in Queen Street has now been turned into flats.
Wow.
Has it?
I don't know. Probably if they
Okay,
say,
no,
the sister
I
says
believe
so.
the sister there. Exactly,
Yep.
flats. I remember playing in that lane. That was
Yes.
our Wembley Stadium,
Of
Faisal.
course, yes, definitely.
Playing in that lane, and at a certain time, maybe 5 o'clock, I'm not sure what, there would be a siren that would go
Yes.
off, and we'd stop the game
let
because the
everybody walk past.
ladies would flood out of the building going home. All of them in their bags and
Yes.
and
Making their way to Beater Street so they
exactly,
can
and
take the bus.
that Beater Street, absolutely, and that chit chat. Those are the sounds also that
Yes.
we basically took for granted as well. It's a lovely message here, Faisal.
From Sarabi Mustafa. Assalamu alaikum to Faisal Bhai and Buddy Bhai. Welcome salam. My salams and duas to you and your family and Buddy Bhai's family and the entire Al Ansar family. Always remembered me in my duas. Alhamdulillah. Welcome back, Faisal Bhai. Very happy birthday to you. May you celebrate many more birthdays with your family, and may Allah SWT give you a long life for your family. I mean, and entire Al Ansar family. With all my duas today, Buddy looking very happy on the. He missed you home alone.
Last week.
Last week, okay. Yes, listeners, okay. We as listeners missed, alhamdulillah, the best Casbah show about our days to recall the memories. Jazakallah Amin to read my message. May Allah SWT reward you all abundantly. Million times, Sarah Bibi Mustafa, Parak, CBD area. Jazakallah khair.
Excellent, yes, of course. It
Jazakallah
is on the
khair.
ground, our sister Sarah Bibi Mustafa. So, as we were talking about these factories, Faisal, the ladies would come pouring out.
Yep.
There were a few men that would work there as well.
Yeah.
But majority of them were ladies, and they were probably holding up the whole household at home.
Yes, they were.
With their when it was Christmas, they would have their Christmas party.
Yes.
And then the factory would give them like a day off where they eat and they just hang about and laugh and I think that was really something was nice. It created a family again within a family.
Absolutely.
In a city within a city.
Within a city,
It's
yes.
amazing how we've come through. Then back in the day as well, courtyards in the Casbah. A lot of the flats in the Prince Edward Street,
Yes.
even in Queen Street as
Yes,
well,
yes,
down the
yes.
bottom,
Yes,
and
yes.
Prince Edward Street and Victoria Street,
That, yeah.
you had a courtyard in the middle. It was that old Moroccan style
Yes.
type
yeah.
of building. And neighbors, there would be a table there. Remember, all the pots would be piled up on the table that were just washed.
Yeah.
And people would sit around there and have tea. Sometimes there was a wall between our flat and the next flat.
But we'll speak across.
And you would talk to that person.
Of course.
And you knew exactly who was going to be talking
Yeah.
to. Those are things that we miss today.
Yes, definitely. You don't hear those sounds.
What are you going to do now, Faisal? WhatsApp the person on the group.
Yeah, you're going to do it on the group. You're going to WhatsApp.
Absolutely. In fact, when I said you'd be talking to somebody across the wall, we knew who that person was.
Yes.
Today on your WhatsApp group, do you know those people?
90% of them you don't.
But you've spoken to them
You
like
speak to them, you
often.
you fight to them on the group, you chat to them, you share jokes.
Yes,
and,
man.
So in fact, you meet them at mosque, etc., and you don't know that that's a person
Yep.
you've been talking to.
Absolutely. When last have you shared a meal or a neighbor shared a meal with you?
I
Do you know
can't
your
remember.
neighbors?
Yes,
You do, but I mean, do you really know them?
No, definitely
Yeah,
not.
you just know them.
It's not the way we knew our neighbors.
Yeah, of course.
We just know that they live next to us, and that's it.
Of course. The streets those days had something special, Faisal. It wasn't the streets. It was like today we live in homes. Some people are lucky enough to have a home. You got a back garden. That was our back garden.
That was our everything.
everything.
It was everything.
Wembley Stadium.
Yeah. MH Osman sent us another message. I really felt sorry for those factory workers. They used to share stories of their work duties in the bus. Yep, yes, that used to happen. And Sarah Bibi Mustafa says, yes, when I walk in town, we have to walk on the road because the pavement is all in a mess. Yep.
Absolutely. The pavement is in a mess. The gutter's in a mess.
Yep. The drains
Sometimes, if you want to park your car, I go to AH Grocers in Prince Edward Street. It's one of the
I think oldest
last few original looking Victoria, Prince Edward, Albert Street, Queen Street supermarkets, if you can call it. It wasn't even a supermarket. I would encourage you to go there. But do you know when I want to park sometimes? The person is sitting on a crate in the parking space.
Yes.
Because he's got his tray of goodies on the pavement.
On the pavement,
So he's sitting on the road in that space. And when you want to try and reverse,
and you're going to knock
it's
him.
like he's thinking, come on, man, I'm going to knock you.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's not bothered.
So Sister Sarah Bibi Mustafa is quite correct. you want to walk on the road now.
Yeah,
Not even
yeah.
on the gutter, the road.
Yeah.
So, but today, the Casbah lives differently, Faisal. The bustling bazaars, they've gone quiet now.
It's a
They're
totally new
different,
ballgame.
yes. You want all your Real Madrid, AC Milan, Al Hilal jerseys. You can get them now in Grey Street. I remember I bought my son a Real Madrid jersey from there. I didn't want to tell him I bought it from there because obviously it wasn't that expensive. And I took it home.
Yeah.
He had one look at it and he said, "This is a fake."
This is a fake.
And I said to him, "How do you know it's a fake?" On the sleeve it had English Premier League. and I didn't even see it.
You didn't see it, yes, you didn't see it.
So,
and you're supposed to be the fundi
exactly.
on soccer. Yeah.
So today, if you want all your soccer jerseys, you can get them there.
I see you doing a lot of advertising tonight.
No, I'm just saying. But you can also get your false hair. Have you seen the false hair shops that are around there? That is big market as well.
Yep.
And then obviously the cell phone shops. The stories now we pass down to our youth, they can't really fathom out how we stood outside a tea room on the pavement and ate a burger.
Never heard of it.
Without a knife and fork.
Oh, yes.
Without sitting down. Without a side plate of chips.
Yes.
We just had the burger, Faisal.
Just had the burger.
And you ate it right there.
Yes, while you stood there in the with the packet.
Yeah. And what about when your friend next to you gave him a bite? Or you had a bite from the guy? That was family, man.
There's
That
a
was
message
family.
for you from MH Osman too.
He says, "Is it safe to walk around the CBD nowadays? I haven't done that in over a decade and you really miss it."
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what. I can't say it's not safe.
You just got to be cautious.
I can't say exactly.
Yeah.
And that goes for any city in the world.
Anywhere. Across
Exactly.
the world.
So you got to be careful. I walk around the Casbah often, and I must say I'm not walking as free as I normally used to walk back in the day, but I'm careful.
Yeah.
And I walk confidently as well.
Yes, that's very important.
If you're gonna walk like
you're expecting something, it's gonna come
I
to
can
you.
tell you something, but you got to be very careful.
Well, I don't blame you walking confidently because I mean, with your martial arts talents, I
don't know about that, but you know what's the sad part of it, Faisal?
Yeah.
Before we used to walk around, you knew a shopkeeper.
Yes.
You may not have known him,
No.
but you would nod to him, he would nod to you.
You'll greet him.
Then you would see somebody and he ask you, "How's your father?"
Yes,
for instance,
yes,
because he
yes.
knew your father. Today, no one knows us
Nobody knows us, and we don't know them
at all, not even in the shops as well. So yeah, anyway, but what we say is when we tell our kids these things, they can't really fathom on how it goes.
They can't reconcile with the fact that we grew up in the streets, literally. Sorry to put it that way.
Yep, indeed. The other thing we spoke about, Faisal, today, you told me you, when you were little, you loved a certain magazine.
Oh, yes, of course.
Tell us
And
about that.
You're talking about Scorcher and Score.
Scorcher and Score,
yeah,
Tiger,
Tiger and
Beano.
There's Beano there. And of course, if you ask me what you liked over there,
Yeah,
I mean, it was the whole Roy of the Rovers thing.
exactly.
And the hot shot Hamish, which you can't, we never realized at that time that it was a Scottish thing.
Yeah. And if we showed our kids those magazines today, they'll probably laugh at us. We didn't have TV back then.
Nope.
That was our TV, but didn't it give us a great sense of
Oh,
imagination?
absolutely.
When you
In
saw
fact, you
when you saw Roy of the Rovers in the air hitting that shot,
Yep.
you actually felt like
felt
you
it. Yep.
could see that shot.
Yes, definitely. You sort of you were part of it. And I think beautiful, and the best part of it is that game finished. You're waiting for the next game next week when the next
Absolutely.
edition
They
comes
would
out.
tell you,
Yeah.
They would lead you on to the
Lead you
next
on.
edition.
Yeah.
And I was saying on an article I wrote today about the Shoot magazines, on a Thursday is when the new magazine would come out, every Thursdays. But we were about 6 weeks behind
Yep.
the original release date in the UK.
In the UK, yes.
So whatever was released today in the UK, 6 weeks time, we
Later
would
we would
only
get
get
it.
it here.
Yes.
So, but it didn't really matter to us.
No, because we were already 6 weeks in
Yeah.
it. We knew what was going on.
Do you remember what you paid for it?
I can't recall, but it must have been, like the 15 or 20 cents. I'm talking with 71.
Yeah, I would say even, I
I'm
think
talking
those
about 71,
magazines
1971.
probably could have been 12 cents.
or something. But it was expensive at the time because what used to happen, I will buy the Scorcher and you'll buy the Tiger and he'll buy
share it.
And we'll share the magazines.
But you're not saying who. You're saying Zain Jadwat?
No, Zain Jadwat. He introduced us to it.
Of course.
He was an Arsenal fan.
Of course, Zain
and
Jadwat.
Whenever you go to his flat, you got that magazine there and now you're interested in it. You know
Zain and I used to have football quizzes.
Is it? Okay.
Against each other. And he was fairly knowledgeable.
Very
so
knowledgeable.
I would be bantering with him.
Just for his sake, I'm hoping that Arsenal wins the league this year.
Oh, yeah.
For his sake only.
You know what? I just hope Arsenal wins the league.
Yeah.
And for the sake of change.
Yes.
But do you remember Zain and them used to live on the corner of Cross Street and Prince Edward Street,
yes.
right on the top?
Yes.
The building's still there, obviously. They had that whole front. When I used to sit there with him, I felt like I was in the French Riviera. It really felt good.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sister Sarah Bibi Mustafa says, go for it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes, I go to H. Grocer. There's no place in Victoria Street. Pavement is full. We have to be there. The best masalas, baking stuff.
Yep.
Okay, I go to town, but you can't handbag. You can't carry your handbag, and you can't wear jewelry, not even nose ring. They come for you. It's dangerous. You just have to take precautions. My shopping only done in town. And then MH Osman comes with a very good suggestion. He says, Faisal Bhai, it's a suggestion. Let's organize a tour of CBD via Al Ansar. We can discuss and plan something.
Okay. Well, I do that.
Is it?
I take people for walks.
Okay.
My Ishan and myself. So what we did, we took a group from Spain, academic group. We took them, and because they were they were a group of architectural professors.
Okay.
I take them to Carlisle Street because those buildings are that specific architecture.
Absolutely.
And then we walk from there to where the old table tennis building.
Yes.
What a fantastic building, Faisal.
Yes.
Left to ruin by the city.
Dilapidated.
So that also has got a specific architecture. And then we go down Leopold Street into Cross Street, into Short Street, and I take them into Prince Edward Street.
And you end up at the market.
Well, through the market. We actually end off at the Emmanuel Cathedral.
Okay.
Because again, the Emmanuel Cathedral, that venue.
Architecture again,
that and the Jummah Masjid, I mean, just iconic. So we've done that. And then what we also do is we stop off for a bunny at Patel's.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, or part of the.
Okay.
So maybe we should.
You dig into it, not an aristocrat, and hit it with a fork and a knife.
No.
Yeah.
So maybe Faisal, we can organize one via Echoes of the Casbah.
Yes, of course. Yes,
we'll keep you guys advised as to how that is going to be going as well.
But will that tour include the bunny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
Yep. The bunny and a cup of tea or something like that.
Okay.
Chai, I think that'll be good. What don't you think so?
Definitely.
And
lots of planning involved. Yeah.
Exactly. But what about the hawkers, Faisal? Remember Gena Pagati?
Yes.
Hey,
all that, yes,
exactly.
Of course. Yes, you can't forget that.
And there was some of the guys were iconic because there was a guy that worked for a sari shop, and he was a small Indian guy.
Yes, I remember him.
Do you remember him?
Yes, I do. I can picture him right now.
But he was like the favorite with the ladies that would go there and buy because I think he was so good.
And he was very neatly dressed.
Exactly. He was so good that he knew exactly what would suit that person.
Yeah.
Brother MH says it has to include the bunny.
Of course.
of course.
Yeah.
There's a message there. It comes from there.
Oh, wow. Roy of the Rovers.
We were just talking about that. I've got a few of them still. So remember, Faisal?
Buddy, I don't think you got a few of them. I think you got the entire selection.
No, I've got the entire selection of Shoot magazine.
Okay.
From the 70s till about the 2000s. But Roy of the Rovers, I got a couple of those as well. But what a magazine, Faisal.
It's beautiful, but apparently it was based on a particular individual, Roy.
It was based on
Roy
Manchester United.
Was it Manchester United?
They called him Melchester. Remember?
Yes, Melchester. Yes,
but I think it was based on Manchester United.
Yes. And then I think when he retired, the magazine retired.
Probably.
As well. Yep.
Tell me something. One Roy of the Rovers. How many times did you read it?
Several times. Every time that book was in front of you, read it.
The same
story. Oh yes, the same
over
story.
and over and over.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a brother or sister that's sending this message, but it goes on to say it's my favorite comic. Indeed, it is. The other thing in that comic was Martin and his marvelous minis. I think I was telling you about where the guy drove minis all over. That was. Brother MH Osman says he's hungry now.
Okay, hold on. I just seen something
yes,
now.
Billy the Boots.
Okay, I seen something now.
Let's have a look there.
Oh, Billy's Boots.
Billy's
Oh,
Boots.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do. Those are the magical boots.
Billy couldn't play without those boots.
He couldn't play soccer. It's the boots that
Exactly.
play.
He couldn't even kick a ball.
Yes, but the
As
boots
soon as he
didn't.
put the boots on.
Oh.
And everybody would laugh at those boots.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
Faisal, we had a fantastic childhood, man. Hey?
Alhamdulillah. Yes.
You know, we keep saying we didn't have much, but we had everything.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
When Osman says, I'm hungry now, making my way out of bed to the kitchen, but no bunnies.
Yeah. What's your favorite bunny, Faisal?
You know, a bunny has to be broad beans.
Broad beans.
Has
I
to be.
agree
Okay, I'm
with
getting
you.
a bit naughty
I
now.
agree with
No,
you.
a bunny has to be broad beans.
I'm not a sugar beans person.
No.
Broad beans and potatoes.
Oh, yes. And I must have lots of gravy as well.
Oh, yeah.
But it's very important. I didn't say beans, I said broad beans.
Broad beans.
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the bunny? Because people have a favorite part. The sides, the bottom, or that big piece on the top.
It's a big piece and it has to have the soft bottom. It must have a crust at the bottom.
Yeah. You know, what was a sad part about that was normally we would be sharing a bunny. I can't ever remember being able to afford a bunny for myself.
Yeah.
But then again, even if we could afford a bunny for yourself, Hazel, you wouldn't eat it by yourself.
You can't.
Because there was always somebody with
you. It's
you.
not ethical. You can't eat it.
Exactly. So the sad part was when that part used to come, that big piece of
Before you got to it, it was
soft
gone.
bread, you want to split that in half. Sometimes you make a plan like to make it like 2/3, 1/3. If you bought the bunny, you paid for it, like you take 2/3. Oh yeah, that's it.
You remind me of the time when you used to come to play cricket with your bat. If you don't let you bat
Oh,
first, I'm
yes,
taking my bat
then
and
you
going home.
Even the ball.
And the ball too, yes.
Even the ball,
Of course.
That's it. Once you're not picked, I'm sorry, I'm going home. Juma Masjid School became a shopping center. Yeah, it was not a shopping center. It's like, I went in there, Faisal. Yeah. It's like a place where guys can do music recording. And there's like a muti shop. And, oh, man, I don't know. It's like dodgy. You walk there, two guys sitting outside. The doors closed. You don't know
what's happening behind those.
And you look at that floor and you think, how many sisters walked that floor?
Oh.
How many teachers, educators?
Yes.
That was a beautiful inner city school.
It was also a good venue for your
weddings.
For your weddings,
yes,
for your khatams,
exactly.
moluds and things like that. Yeah.
The unique part about that hall was that the bottom you'll walk through, and then that was where you're also going to eat.
Yeah.
In a fantastic atmosphere as well.
Yeah.
But it's Echoes of the Casbah. It is 34 minutes after 9 o'clock. You with me, Buddy Governor and Faisal MJ Suleiman. We are talking about all Casbah things. We'd love to hear from you. You know the number into the studio. It is 060 904 1056. And the phone number, if you care to call,
it's 0861 904 904.
Indeed, we'd love to.
0861 904 904. I'd like to hear a different voice.
Yes, of course.
I think the listeners are tired of you and me. Yeah.
Stream across the world on radioalansar.co.za.
Durban Halal Meats, the butcher with a twist. Whether you're firing up the braai or stocking up for your business, we've got you covered. From premium lamb, beef and chicken to custom cuts and bulk orders, all 100% halal certified by Sanha. Enjoy our convenient buy and braai service, fast delivery and easy online ordering at durbanhalalmeats.co.za. Visit us at 84 Felix Dlamini Road, Durban Halal Meats. Quality, affordability, trust, meat made better.
At Absa Islamic Banking, we get that the first lessons about money are never just about money.
2, 3, 400.
And what do we do with it?
We save some and we give some.
That's my boy. They're about responsibility, generosity, principles, and banking that honors your values. Get an Islamic youth account for your children, plus discounted banking for your spouse with Ultimate Islamic Banking. Apply online. Your story matters. ABSA. T's and C's apply. ABSA is an authorized financial services and credit provider.
واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا.
A mother's love, a mother's sacrifice, a mother's dua. This Sunday, join Kelly Ramazani for a special program honoring our mothers. Reflect on the beautiful status Islam gives to mothers, because in Islam, Jannah lies beneath the feet of your mother. Tune in this Sunday, 10th May from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Radio Al Ansar.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
صلوا على الحبيب
صلى الله على محمد.
South Africa, are you ready?
2 days, a spiritual wave sweeping South Africa.
Dawud Islami brings to you a grand 2-day Ijtima aimed to bring out the best Muslim in you.
It's happening on the 16th and 17th of May at the Heartfelt Arena in Pretoria.
Buses scheduled to leave from Durban, PMB and across the country on Friday night and return on Sunday night.
Visit dawoodislamikzn.coza to book your seat.
Broadcasted live on Madani Channel and Radio Al Ansar.
Sallu ala al-Habib.
Sallallahu ala Muhammad.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next.
We'd love to
Sunfoil,
meet you. Pay us
the
a
heart
visit.
of good cooking.
Radio Al Ansar.
38 minutes after 9 o'clock, it's echoes of the Casbah, Brother Faisal MJ Suleiman and myself, Buddy Governor, as we always do on a Friday evening, inshallah, from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Sister Aisha, she says, I'm emotional listening about Eminence Curtains and my mahroom cousin Iqbal Mather. You're right, buddy, that dug-up crater is still there. I do go to age grocers occasionally. You're correct, parking is a mission. The cops are selective in who they order to move or else. One cop told me, yes, you can go round and round. Petrol, not my problem. Oh, man. She says, town nowadays is a no-go for me. Yes, we all did have a memorable childhood growing up amongst real people who were family to one and all. Town is like the ghettos now. Jazakallah for walking down memory lane. Echoes of the Casbah. Always a chuckle and a laugh, reminiscing about golden yesteryears. Thank you very much, Sister Aisha. Indeed, Iqbal was really concerned about that.
Yep. But the sister said that it's really emotional. It's reminiscing of the past, and I think that's the purpose of this program, is to bring back those memories. You know.
There you go. They're voting for you, Faisal.
Where is it? Oh, okay.
Sister Sar, don't forget you can vote, of course.
I didn't even go there yet. I see Brother M.H. Osman's feeling for a Gram Doll Bunny.
Ooh,
so he can
Gram Doll
he
Bunny.
can go for it.
He's got a specific taste, hasn't he?
Definitely.
Indeed, the Gram Doll Bunny. Wow.
06090411056. Let those WhatsApps roll.
Yep, indeed, we'd love to hear from you. So we're talking about echoes of the Casbah. We're talking about everything, just general today about the Casbah. But some of the sounds that we spoke about before, people calling people into the shops, and certain time on a Saturday, it was really, they would employ a few casual people to stand outside and call because they knew that some of those colored guys would come through from Sasol and they'll have some money on them, and they like that particular type of clothes. But there was also other types where supermarkets would have certain specials and they would call that out as well. But, Faisal, when you think about that, was anybody offended?
No.
Or did anything was so loud it was over the top?
No, nothing. Nothing was offensive.
Absolutely.
Everything was accepted. Everything was part.
And it was mindful. You know,
Yes,
there was a
yes.
certain loudness, but it wasn't like,
It wasn't
pumping
crazy.
music
Yes,
all
yes,
the
yes.
time, which
No
today
such
is the
thing.
case.
No such thing.
Indeed. So, we'd like to hear from you. So just let us know what you like. Brother M.H. Ostami says he wants a gram doll bunny from Patel's. Patel's make gram doll bunny?
I don't know. I don't know.
I just know about the
normal veg bunny.
normal veg bunny. Where else do they make bunnies today?
There's
Little
lots of
Gujarat or
places.
in
There's lots
Prince
of
Edward
places.
Street?
There's lots of places.
In town?
In town. There's
Is
lots.
it?
Yes. But you need to get that right mixture. You need to get the right bunny. And unfortunately, all those those specialized, they're not in town anymore.
Patel thing still leads the way in town?
Yes, definitely.
Vegetable bunny.
Yep.
Yeah. Another good bunny before also was from
Pravinas?
Pravinas.
In
That's right.
Victoria
Yes,
Heights,
yeah. But Pravinas were famous for those chips.
For their chips, the
masala
chips with the works. No, chips with the works,
Absolutely,
yeah.
chips with the works. But another thing, Faisal, wanted to mention to you was, the movie houses.
Yeah.
They were there. We can't walk around this.
No.
Movie houses were in the Casbah. They were an integral part of the Casbah, and everybody went to the movies. Even if you don't go anymore, but somehow you went to the movies.
At
But
that time, yes.
do you remember when there was a big movie that was going to start, like Enter the Dragon, and you knew? Do you remember how the people used to be on the pavement?
Yes.
They used to be spilling out onto the road.
Yes, waiting for tickets.
Waiting for the tickets outside the Avalon before it became Dreamland. Then the Raj Cinema, Shiraz, because those were the ones there first. Ishfan came a bit later.
Yeah.
And then do you remember when the ticket box would open for 1 minute, and then the sold outside will come
and then
up?
you're selling outside black market.
How can 1 minute all the tickets be sold out? It'll just open, you'll sell one, and you in the queue, maybe you're 10th.
Yes.
And then you get one person, he's sorted, you'll go, the next person sorted, the third person goes there, sold out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, now, what now? All of a sudden, these guys would be walking around,
with the tickets.
and they got it like 3 times the amount.
Yes.
And if you were desperate, you had to buy it.
You had to do it, yeah.
And those guys were making a good living, weren't they?
Yes, definitely.
Selling black market tickets.
Yeah.
But even some of the movies that they showed, like Enter the Dragon, Sound of Music, how many times did we go and watch those movies? Do you remember they would also show movies at school?
Yes.
Educational movies, like, I know they showed Sound of Music.
Yeah, schools used to take you for an excursion to see certain
movies.
Especially Sound of Music.
I remember when to see Oliver.
Yes.
Oliver. Did you see Oliver?
Yes.
What a great movie that was.
Classic.
Yes, it's a great story about coming up from nothing and finding your way in life. Today, though, I don't know. Somebody's talking about Gino's Cafe in Prince Edward Street. Remember Gino's was across from the Raj?
Yes. In fact, you got your tickets over there too.
Exactly. Exactly. It says Gino's in Prince Edward Street, meeting place of the young men back in the day.
Yeah.
Gulam, the man at Raj Cinema, selling black market tickets. He looked so fierce. We crossed the street to avoid him. He actually was a gentle heart, a gentleman.
He was.
He was, exactly.
He was an absolute gentleman.
Yeah. But Gino's, I used to go there with my dad.
Okay.
And Uncle Gino, as I knew him, he was very good to me. Make me come around the counter, take what I want. It's a special thing in town that people used to have.
Absolutely.
There's a lovely new member sending a message here.
Hafiz Shahid Mia. He says Patel's there, Victory Lounge, Shiraz Cinema, Raj Cinema. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. That's just Patel's the best bunnies at one time. Well, it's still maybe, but the best sweetmeats as well. Faisal, remember if you come from Cape Town, Patel's or Victory Lounge, they would have those special boxes,
yes.
that people would buy to take back to Cape Town or Joburg. Well, Patel's there. Victory Lounge, let me ask you, what was your favorite at Victory Lounge?
The cheesecake. Is that what you're expecting?
Exactly.
Is that what you're expecting?
We spoke about it last week. Brother Lights says the cheesecake was the thing. Absolutely. In fact, we used to call those, there was a series of cakes.
Yes.
There were like 5 different types. I don't know if it was different shapes or different types, but we used to call them victory cakes.
Okay.
My dad used to buy them. And you can't just bite them, Faisal.
No.
You got to butter it.
Yes.
And you got to dunk it in your tea.
Yes.
Half of it falls in the tea.
Yes, that's all. Yeah. So you must have a spoon around to just take it out again.
Absolutely. Just stay with this cinema thing for a second. First the first cinema apparently opened in Prince Edward Street in the 30s. No, Prince Edward Street in the 30s. Mm-hmm. Then came the Royal Cinema in Victoria Street. Okay, that was right across the road from Royal Cycle Works. There was a Royal Cinema that was there, and those days, apparently the cinema had wooden benches for the cheap tickets. Okay. And for the Lani tickets, you had like a wooden chair. You know those wooden chairs in the
weddings? So we still had no padded seating.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And there was no places like a shop to buy stuff, and we'd just see the movie and then move it up afterwards. Yeah. Shah Jahan opened. That was the first of the luxury cinemas because you had this double volume, you had air conditioning, you had the earthquake sound.
Oh yes,
remember? And then you had these two super duper takeaway cafes. One was never open on the top floor; it was always closed. But the downstairs one was always open.
And so you got your
that was where the movie houses went to another level. Then Shiraz opened. Ishvan opened thereafter. Raj was already there. But back in the day, the movie houses weren't really as they were. But then later on, it was quite a thing to go to the movies, Faisal.
Yes, it was, definitely.
You dressed up but here's another message from...
I remember the double features at Indian cinemas. 2 movies for the price of 1. Okay, I saw Jaws 2 and Jaws 3 double features at Shiraz Cinema in Victoria Street.
Jaws 2 and 3 in one night.
Oh,
that must have been scary.
Yeah.
And it says across the Victory Corner where Randry's Pharmacy is now the Musaffar
Khana. Yeah, we discussed that as well. Yeah,
indeed. Yeah, travelers stayed there, of course, and then we played table tennis there.
Definitely.
But think about what we spoke about now. The location. They weren't all in one small spot.
No.
We used to walk to the Shah.
Even go for a midnight movie.
Absolutely.
And finish it at 2:30 and walk back over the bridge.
Yeah. And you didn't really walk back home. You went and stand at the corner and see who was there first. Yeah. Had a chat. When we spoke about your Scorcher and magazines, where did you buy them from?
Avalon Tea Room.
Only one place.
That's the only place you're going to get it.
There was one other place, but Avalon Tea Room was the main place. Yep. The other place was that Royal Tobacconist across from the Delhi restaurant.
Oh, yes.
Remember that? Upstairs was Julie's.
Yes.
Julie's fish.
Tropical fish, yes. Yeah.
I used to go there, but I was too frightened to touch anything.
Yes.
When you went to this tropical fish place, it was like another world.
Yep, of course.
But downstairs, that tobacconist was immaculate, wasn't it, Faisal?
It was, definitely.
If you actually close your eyes, you can smell that smell when you walked in.
Definitely.
It was that sweet smell of tobacco, not that...
In fact, there was another one exactly the same across the road.
That's right, next to the deli.
Next to the deli, there was one
but
there.
But the magazines were all laid out.
Yep.
There was a magazine about not National Geographic. It had like not engineering but like mechanics.
Yes.
What was it? There was something.
I can't remember the name, but I can picture.
Do you remember
that?
Yes. Yeah. There was a mechanics book, and that was really, really interesting. I remember that. Yeah.
But then you also remember several of us buying different magazines.
Oh yes.
I think I did
so
mention
we can
that
share it around.
Yes,
indeed.
Yes.
You weren't just going to buy one. But Avalon Tea Room was the go-to place for the magazines.
Yeah, and you knew exactly when it was being delivered.
Yes.
So you're there, you're waiting for it to come. Yeah.
Do you remember that window with all the magazines and the books? They were the way it was set.
Yeah.
Mr. Sony was a legend, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
There you go. But another message coming in.
It's going about the tobacconist, the Burma House, the things like that. Yes.
Across the Burma House, but there's another from Brother Shahid Mia.
Shahid Mia. He says that, he reminds us of another movie called Ishvan. He reminds us of the Durban Drive-In as well. Yes.
Did you go to the Durban Drive-In?
Yes, we did.
Did you go there when it was white?
No. When it was white, you parked outside. And you watched silent movies.
Faisal, I went there when it was white.
Yeah.
I must tell you how, though, because my cousin, let me put it to you this way, he's darker than me.
Okay.
Decided we're going to go to the drive-in. And I said to him, are you crazy? I mean, are you crazy? They will kick us out.
Yes, of course.
And he said, no, we're going to go to the drive-in. I said, okay, you're going to put your hand out and pay, and I'm not going to do that. He did so.
Yeah.
And they didn't know how to address it.
Okay.
They just took his money, gave him the ticket, and he went through.
Yep.
which I thought was like, okay, good, we escaped that. Then at interval, he says, we're going to the shop.
Oh, no.
And I said, no ways. Remember there was like a house?
Yes.
I said, no ways, we're not going there. And he says, no, we're going. Anyway, I went with him, Faisal. We got to the shop, and you can picture it like the movies. The shop was full of people, all of them with that sounds of people, and it just went silent when we walked in.
Right, okay.
And everybody looked at us. He walked up to the guy, and he says, can I have 2 Cokes and 2 chips?
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do.
Yeah, so they gave it
the guy just gave him 2 Cokes, gave him 2 chips, took his money, gave him his change, and we walked out, and that was it. From then on, it was like, okay. You know, we at least broke that barrier, but there you go. Back in the day, and it comes from Brother M.H. Osman, he says one could smoke in cinemas and restaurants. Had an ashtray behind each seat in the cinema. Restaurant had it on the tables. I was underage there.
He was underage. I know how they allowed him into the cinema.
That used to freak me out, though.
Yes, I know. I can't handle it. I can't handle it as well.
That ashtray behind the seat, I just somehow didn't want to get on with that.
Yeah.
But such was the times.
Yeah, it was great times, undoubtedly.
Such was the times.
Yeah.
You know, people didn't. They did things, but they didn't. Weren't in your face as such.
Now, you know, you speak of the sounds. You know.
Yes.
And you notice, like, you hear different bangs suddenly. You don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah.
And the hustle and the bustle, that had a unique sound about it as well.
Up until a certain time, Faisal.
Yeah.
Do you remember how silent it was in the night in town?
Oh yes, it was very silent.
And you think how many people were living in a dense, confined area?
The only thing you heard was the guys playing ball downstairs.
Yeah.
That was about the only thing you heard.
Was people's TVs as well.
No,
you couldn't hear their TVs. They didn't have the radio on. No one had the music blasting.
Nothing.
Today,
no way. Yeah.
I get some horror stories on a group I'm from town where they're saying during Ramadan, the music is pumping from a bar in Victoria Street. I think, my word, man.
That's crazy.
That's just not on.
No, but things were much, much, much more. I don't like to use the word civilized, but that might just be the appropriate word.
Sister Sarah Bibi Mustafa, she likes the bunny from Little Gujarat and Karanichas and Capitans. Yep, of course.
Okay.
She also went to see educational films out at school. They took us on excursion. What about Golden Peacock Restaurant? What about Golden Peacock Restaurant?
Definitely.
Of course.
Definitely.
It just says CBD area, get beautiful things, and West Street. We have the Moonlight Mall, classic clothing shops. They have in Queen Street. IG Hussain has every Islamic thing.
Things. Yes, you're getting everything there. Yeah. Okay.
Burma House.
That's tobacco shop was Burma House next to Durni.
Absolutely.
Moon Bunny from Capitans was very good.
Yes.
The smoke was so thick at times in the cinema. Those definitely were the good old days, Farida. Okay.
Depends on which movie house you went to, Faisal. If you went to the Raj, at a certain time when those boys went and sit in the front there, and then that smell would come out. It was like, man. Yep. But such was the times again.
Yes, absolutely.
Such was the times.
Absolutely.
But let me read out a poem, Faisal.
Go for
it. I read this? So I said, step into Grey Street, where the Casbah breathes in rhythm. The air carries the spice sellers' cries, saffron and cinnamon woven into their voices. From the minarets, the bells, the azan, and the hymns, faith flows together, an unseen harmony binding the streets. Listen closer. Material fabrics whisper as they unfold. Coins clink as the cash register opens and closes. Men's chatter in tea rooms. Laughter spills like sunlight across the tables. Children's footsteps echo against the worn-out pavements, while a passing car hums its own tune. This is the Casbah chorus. Heritage alive in every sound, a living memory, a song of community carried on the winds. Doesn't that just encapsulate how the Casbah was?
Beautifully written, buddy, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
You know, and use the right word, encapsulates everything.
Encapsulates everything.
Encapsulate everything. Yep.
Brother Shahid, Hafiz Shahid Mia talks about Crystal's Cafe.
Yeah. And Sarabi Mustafa says she don't like bunny. She just gave MH a message he must go buy there.
There you go, brother MH. Sister Sarabi Mustafa says
Go
you
get
go
your
to
bunny there,
Karanicias, or you can go to Little Gujarat. Yeah,
exactly. Get your
but
bunnies there.
Crystal's Cafe, Faisal, remember the gentleman there?
Yes, I do.
If he said 2 words a year, am I right?
Don't go there.
If you said 2 words a year, that was a lot.
Absolutely.
Because you would just walk in, he would look at you, you would tell him you wanted the iconic toasted steak sandwich, and he would sort of nod at you, go and get it busy.
Thank
You'd
you.
stand there, you give it to you, say thank you, and you walk away.
Walk away, that's it.
He hardly said a word, but a fine gentleman.
Excellent gentleman.
Absolutely. And I think his son still run the one now in town as well.
Yep. Absolutely. So, buddy, you know that the Casbah was absolutely unique, as you said.
Absolutely.
And you know that's something that's never going to come back, unfortunately.
A city within a city.
Yes.
Something that definitely never going to come back. And if we can round it off now, Faisal, again, talking about what's actually happening over the last 2 weeks now. You know, with this whole March thing, with this whole how it's going, it's actually starting to get a little bit scary.
No, it is not a little. It's becoming very scary.
There's a video that came out today of a guy and the words he's using. You know, certain words we're not supposed to be using in this country, but then it shouldn't be also directed at us.
It's directed at everybody.
Yes,
he did say.
Yes,
you know, he's direct. It's becoming very scary.
Absolutely,
and it is becoming worrying as well.
Absolutely,
because now they're actually targeting indiscriminately.
The point, though, I'm a bit concerned about is, you know, unemployment in the country is low, 33% or something it is. So it's not only about they taking jobs. There is no jobs. The government's not really producing any more potential work and sites and stuff. So, and then when it comes to, obviously, with it's not illegal immigration, it's unauthorized.
Yeah, unauthorized.
Yes.
I think that's a better word.
There's a very important word to use. It's not illegal, it's unauthorized.
Yep.
The thing is, though, why is it unauthorized? It's because of the delays in the
system.
In the system, exactly.
I mean, many of them have been through the process, applied for the documents, but they're just not coming through.
You know, at one time, opposite the Emmanuel Cathedral, where the pavement is, where the cafe was, there were people sleeping there.
Yes.
Do you know that those people were from foreigners? They were doctors, lawyers, doctors, but they can't work here as that.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. In fact, you know, you've got some professionals, and I also found alims.
Yes.
That, in fact, I met a car guard.
Yes.
And he was reciting, and I told you say beautiful, and he told me that he was a graduate of University of Sudan. He was a graduate of Medina as well. Oh. And I asked him, well, why are you working as a car guard? And he said, what else am I supposed to do? I need to earn a few rands to survive. And
well, may Allah make it easy for everybody.
And I must say to you, I invited him onto one of my shows.
Okay, wonderful.
And this is, I'm talking about 10 or 15 years ago.
Okay.
And he excelled.
Oh, mashallah.
He absolutely excelled, There
you go. Yeah, may Allah make it easy for everybody. May Allah may also grant everybody the ability to think a little bit more clearly and understand that the situation that we may be in may not be the same situation other people are in.
Absolutely.
We need to be mindful of those things as well. Faisal, lovely to have you back on the show again.
It's wonderful being back. There's one more message, if I could just read this and say, Salam's Golden Peacock opened in 1976. Owners of G Peacock used to own Queen Jewelers in the mosque building. This shop was sold to my family.
Well, they used to own Queen Jewelers in the mosque building. They used to make the jewelry on Good Hope Center on the ground floor.
Okay,
That's
okay,
right. So
okay.
I remember those gentlemen very much.
Absolutely. But it's been wonderful co-hosting the show with you.
Faisal. Lovely to have you back again.
Of course, it brought back lots and lots of memories.
Yes.
And
we got much more to talk about.
Yes, but I think you need to read this particular before we
before we go. It says, Brother Buddy, thank you for the walk down memory lane. Flashes of people who somehow stayed in our memory. People we saw from our flat window or passed in the streets. People we did not know, but we smiled at or greeted politely. Hajiwala in Queen Street, Kamla, the vegetable lady, Munir, the photographer, to name others as well.
And
you know, so
others,
right.
Yeah.
Faisal, we had manners, man. You know, although I didn't know you, I would look at you, you would nod at me, and we walk past each other.
Absolutely.
Today we could be standing in the lift. and you wouldn't get a greeting from a child or a youngster.
Absolutely.
So that's a lovely message there.
Yep. In fact, messages are pouring in.
Yep.
But unfortunately, we don't have time. Unfortunately, time's against us.
Indeed.
Time for us to round up. But
Yes.
buddy, thank you very much. I'm back at 8 o'clock
That's
in the
right,
morning
you
on
are.
Rise and Shine, and you?
That's right. I'm back at 3 o'clock, inshallah, tomorrow. Big games this weekend, Faisal.
Yes, I
Manchester City, Arsenal, because whoever slips up is going to lose the league.
Yep.
So we're going to cover all that as well.
So you're going to be
At
rooting
3
for
o'clock,
Arsenal
inshallah, tomorrow. I'll root for the Arsenal because they wear red.
Okay, no problem. But buddy, thank you again, once again. And I think to our listeners, we'll see you in the morning, inshallah.
Yep.
Right, from myself, Faisal M.J. Suleiman and Buddy Governor.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.